Welcome, dreamer. I've been waiting. You've walked a long day through thoughts and worries, but now the sky has turned velvet and the stars begin their quiet watch. Let your shoulders soften. Let your mind settle. You are safe here. I am the elder of dreams. Tonight, I will guide you down an old path. One few remember, yet none truly forget. A path of soft lights, ancient moss, and the sound of nothing but your own breath and mine. Let me tell you the story of the Lantern Path. Part 1. Arrival at dusk. The story begins at the edge of a forest. Not just any forest, but one born from forgotten songs, silent footsteps and slow drifting mist. It lives just beyond the last fence post of the waking world. You arrive just as twilight settles in, the last strands of sun stretching across the low hills behind you. The wind is cool and carries the scent of pine, damp earth, and distant rain. Somewhere in the branches above, a nightbird calls softly. Once, then twice. It sounds more like a question than a song. Before you is a narrow path, nearly hidden beneath soft moss and leaves. But you see it clearly, marked by a single flickering lantern. It glows a pale golden hue, hanging from an old iron hook set in the bark of a tree. There are no signs, no map, only the warm light, inviting, steady, waiting. With a slow breath, you take your first step. The moss cushions your feet. Already, your body feels heavier, not in a tired way, but in a grounded one. The way stone rests into earth. Part 2, into the forest. The deeper you go, the quieter the world becomes. Each lantern along the path glows softly, not bright, but enough to show the way. They swing gently in a wind you barely feel. Some glow amber, some blue. Others flicker with hints of green and violet. You wonder who placed them here. You feel no fear, only curiosity, softened by a sense of belonging. The trees lean in, not to block, but to protect. Their branches whisper against one another. Somewhere nearby, a small stream babbles, like it's laughing in its sleep. The air is cool but not cold. A hush falls over your thoughts. They no longer chase you. They've slowed, wandered off, like birds returning to roost. You pass a clearing where a stone bench sits beneath a massive tree. Moss has grown over it like a blanket. You rest for a moment, letting your hand brush the stone. It's warm, as if it remembers sunlight. Part 3, memories in the air. As you walk again, the lanterns begin to whisper, not in words, but in moments. You pass one that glows with the scent of warm bread. Another that makes the air hum with music you once heard in a dream. A third carries the feeling of your grandmother's hands, the way they tucked in blankets and smoothed your hair. You realize these lanterns do not just show the way. They carry the essence of rest, of comfort, of memories that belong to you, or perhaps to someone like you, long ago. And the further you walk, the deeper you sink into that knowing, that even here, far from home, something has always been watching over you, holding space, lighting the path. Part 4, the Bridge of Fog. The path now opens onto a small wooden bridge. Below it, a misty stream flows, slow and silent. You stop. You hear nothing but your own breath and the soft creak of the lantern above the bridge. It's the only one here. It glows white, like milk, like cloudlight. You step onto the bridge. Halfway across, the mist rises and wraps gently around your feet, your hands, your thoughts. You don't rush. You let it cover you, and something deep within you releases. A knot unravels. A story you were holding fades into the fog. You don't need to know how. You don't need to ask why. It just slips away, like a leaf caught in water. You step off the bridge lighter than before. Part 5. The Elders' Clearing. Soon, the lanterns grow closer together. Their glow becomes warmer, more golden, more alive. And then, you see it. A wide clearing, round and soft as a sigh. In the center, an old tree, massive, twisted with time, yet kind in posture. Beneath it sits someone cloaked in gray, their back straight but relaxed. It's me. I lift my eyes and smile. Welcome, dreamer. You've come far. I gesture to the space beside me, a soft mat of moss and cloth. You sit, and I begin to speak, not with words, but with presence. My voice wraps around you like a warm shawl. I tell you nothing urgent, nothing sharp, only stories about stars that fall asleep mid-sky, about clouds that carry lullabies, about forgotten cities where no one speaks, but everyone understands. You listen, and the listening becomes dreaming, and the dreaming becomes breath, and you, dear dreamer, begin to drift. The lanterns dim, your eyes soften, the weight of your head draws you gently down. You hear no more words, only rhythm, a voice, a breeze of sleep. And I, Elder of Dreams, will sit beside you until you fell asleep. See you again, traveler.